Hello friend, welcome back to HawkStack channel. Today we will talk about kernel modules in RHEL, how to load, how to unload and blacklist them. So I'm going to write it. Kernel modules in RHEL, how to load, unload and blacklist them. So kernel module are a small piece of code, okay, that extend the functionality of Linux kernel. Kernel modules are small piece of code that extend the functionality of the Linux kernel. So you can select some example also in order to understand. For example, driver for network card, file system or USB devices. These are the one of the example that you can consider. So I'm just writing the example also. For example, drivers for network cards and file system or USB devices. So these are the modules. So now first step that we are going to see is check currently loaded module. Check for the currently loaded modules. So for this, what is the command that you can use? You can use ls mode command. Ls mode with some other argument you can include there. If you're using ls mode, it will show you the user information. So you can use ls mode pipe symbol then head. So it will give you some information. If you just observe the output, output is the combination of module, then size and used by. So they show which modules are active in the system. Then the second step, load a kernel module. Load a kernel module. How you are going to load? If a module is not loaded, we can load it manually by using a specific command. If a modules is not loaded, we can load it manually using the mod probe command. If you are using the mod probe command, you will be able to load the unloaded module. For example, if we have to load vfet module to support fat system, okay. For example, load the vfat module to support fat file system. Then what the people have to do? There will be command mod probe. So mod probe vfat. Mod probe vfat will be the command in order to loading the module, which help for supporting the fat file system. And after it, you can check again. So you can try it mod probe vfat. Now perform again ls mode grab vfat. So you can check now it is there, right? So you will understand that now it is loaded. If you have to unload a kernel module, okay, next step, if you have to unload a kernel module. So for unloading a kernel module, what you have to do? If you want to remove a module from memory, use rmod or mode probe -r option. I'm writing as a comment. If you want to remove a module from memory, so use rmod or mode probe -r option. For example, in example, we are considering that you have to remove so mode probe and then -r option to remove vfat. So you can remove it. I'm going to write mode probe -r then vfat. So if the vfat is in use, that's why it is giving you that if you try to remove this, it will be the fatal for you, right? And now ls mode and grep vfat, you can check it. So for checking this, you can run ls mode, then the symbol, which will be the grep. Then after applying the filter, you can use vfat. So vfat is still there because vfat is working in your system. Okay, if this module is not working in your system and it is not required to use, you can remove by using the mod probe -r vfat option. So by default, it will be removed, and after removed it, you can use the ls mod, then the grep, then vfat, and you will get nothing. But remember, you cannot remove the module if it isn't currently in use. Okay, so that's why it is not going to remove. Now, what is the next things? Next things, blacklist. Blacklist a kernel module. Sometimes we don't want a module to load automatically. So sometimes we don't want to load automatic. We don't want to load a, or we want a module to load. Want We want a module to load automatically. Like when it case like when it case hardware issue or security risks. So what we have seen, sometimes we don't want a module to load automatic, like when it case hardware issue or security risk. So for this, we using the block listing. So for this, we use black listing. So what you can do, open the blacklist configuration file, and then you can add a line to blacklist the module. So for open a configuration file, open a configuration file. For opening a configuration file, what you have to do, you have to use the vim etc mod prob.d, then blacklist.conf file, like that. And after opening this file, what you have to do, you have to add a line to blacklist. Add a line to blacklist the module. For example, you are going to add blacklist vfat, like that. So you can open the file vim etc mod prob.d, then blacklist.conf. You can create the file blacklist.conf. You can create this types of file, and you can give the value of the data that we have discussed till now. etc modprop.d then slash blacklist.conf, and you can mention the blacklist and the name of the module, and then after it you can save the file and rebuild the initramfs if needed. What is the next step for you? Save the file and rebuild initramfs if needed. So for this, what you have to do, you have to perform a command. The name of command will be bracket-f. You have to run this. And what is the next step? You have to reboot your system. Then blacklisted module will no longer load at startup. So you can verify your blacklist after rebooting by using the command. The command will be ls mode, then grep vfat. What you have to do after rebooting, you can do check using the ls mode. I'm just writing downside. What you can write ls mode and then grep vfat if it is in block list. If the module does not appear, means block listing is successful. So that's all for today, guys. We will meet again in next video. Thank you.